If you think all OnlyFans girls are, you're probably wrong. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Karmenkarma. I am one of the top OnlyFans creators, 0.0%. I make 7 figures a year from OnlyFans, and I teach other women how to do this as well with my course. So I'm kind of creator turned teacher. I am sober, I'm a mom of 2, and I'm just tired of all the misconceptions. But I will admit it does feel like I'm living a double life because of all these conceptions. Is I saying conceptions or is it misconceptions? I didn't go to college. That is one misconception that could be true. All right, so you've obviously heard of OnlyFans girls. I'm sure you got your own little thing about it. I'm gonna break down all the biggest misconceptions. And I cannot wait to get to number 1, okay? Because I got receipts. Misconception number 1 that drives me absolutely crazy is that we just sleep with everyone. That we are just promiscuous, sleeping around. Okay, let me give you some background. I used to film professionally in the industry before OF was a thing. Then yes, you may say that for me then. But now I literally don't even know the last time I've been touched. So just because you know a girl does OF, it doesn't just mean that she's sleeping around with everyone. She could just do solo content for all you know. There's girls out there making a bag off of just photos. But let's get into what's relevant for me. If you go look at my Twitter, you go look at my OF, you're gonna see a lot of videos with men, okay? And girls. That doesn't mean that I'm making this content constantly. Like, I get a lot of guys who are just so, they just think that I'm just sleeping with anybody, anytime, anywhere. For example, I might post every single day on my Twitter something new, a different clip with a man every single day. But for real, in my real life right now, I'm on my celibate journey. So I have enough content that I could post a new thing constantly on social media to make it look like I'm appearing that way. Also, I can recycle through all my hundreds of videos that I've made over the last 8 years to make it look like I am currently doing those things. We all know, like, don't judge someone by their Instagram because they're just showing the highlight reels and you don't know their real life, their real situation. Same with relationships. It's the same way with OF. We can make ourselves look real scandalous, but really I'm at home with 2 kids all day long, ugly in my glasses. But as long as I got that phone to, you know, I'm Gucci. Number 2, this one has been driving me nuts even when I was like in the professional film industry, is about, oh my God, they're so dirty. You must have so many things. Okay, this one drives me nuts because even if you were sleeping around and shooting professional films, you literally cannot work without a test. You cannot be in this industry legitly and not have a test. Like, even for OF content, like, we don't go to collabs unless you show me your talent testing paperwork. I need to verify this is real. And we cannot have tests over 14 days. So if you're out there not with an OF and judging people, do you show your test and get a test from your partner when you out there just sleeping with people? I don't think so. Do you get tested every 2 weeks? I don't think so. I don't get tested every 2 weeks right now because right now I'm not really working. If I do work, I'll usually get 1 test and then I'll usually film like maybe 2 or 3 things during those 2-week spans that my test is good. And then I usually go into a little hiatus for a few more months again. But if you see a girl or a man filming professionally or on OF, they are clean. All right, this is a misconception for me personally, and I'm sure there's lots of other OF girls that fit in this category, but like that we're all on illegal substances and like huge party girls. For me, it's hard for me to leave my house. I'm proud of myself if I go out like once every 3 months because I'm sober. So it has been 11 years. This is my sobriety tattoo. See, it says 2015. That is the last day I have drank, used, anything. Okay, this one drives me crazy. A huge misconception. I know I deal with it a lot. Lena the Plug, my friend, deals with it a lot. I know Riley Reed deals with it a lot. Is people just absolutely losing their mind when we have children. They think just because we film ourselves, we just can't have families like everyone else, like we're not allowed to have families. How do you think every parent in this world made their child? Okay? They did that for free. At least we monetized it. But for real, like, it should not be so shocking because how are children made? So why are we so shocked when an OF girl has a family? Like, y'all should expect it more than not expect it. Also, I know a lot of my friends who are married in this industry. I was married for 8 years in this industry. I came popular while having a husband. We just recently divorced a couple years ago for reasons I shall not name. But I was very happily married with 2 children, living this life. Okay, misconception, stop telling me to get a real job. Do you know how much I pay in taxes? 6 figures a year in taxes. So it's very real. Do you know how much ambition it takes to work for yourself? Like, to force yourself to do this on your own? It is nonstop. At least for me, someone who like is very hands-on, control freak, runs their own stuff, it doesn't stop. I'm either filming, I'm editing, I'm creating, I'm brainstorming, I'm making new ideas constantly. It's nonstop because we gotta do it for the OF, we gotta do it for the Twitter, we gotta do it for the Instagram, we gotta do it for the TikTok. I'm trying to do YouTube right now, I wanna do OF TV. There's just so many things. You gotta film, edit, create. It's nonstop. So if you work a 9-to-5 office job, you're doing less. You're taking the lazy way out, okay? Because it is a lot of work to be an OnlyFans girl. It's a lot of pressure, you're competing with so many things. You have to up level, you have to use your brain to figure out how to get yourself to the top. So if you don't think our job is real, just go tell the IRS. I want my money back. All right, I need a sip of my matcha for this next one. Before I tell you this biggest misconception about an OF girl, let's just do a little pop quiz. I want you to guess what the #1 comment an OF girl gets across all her social media. If I had a penny for every time someone said, I bet your dad is proud of you, I'd be way richer. I literally am just gonna go into my combo and write dad and proud so we can pull up some receipts of my dad talking to me. So a little backstory, when I did get into the industry, actually backstory, I grew up very Catholic, very strict, very afraid of my dad. I'm not gonna, this is strict around this, you know? I would get in trouble for saying the word fart. Actually, he still doesn't like me saying the word fart. That's how strict I grew up. So when I joined the industry, I was scared. And when he found out, we did stop talking for a long period of time because he was upset, okay? Back when he got upset with me, I was homeless, I was an addict, I was an alcoholic. I had nothing going for me. So through the years, as he's seen me become clean and sober, stay clean and sober for over a decade, raise 2 children and literally give them everything. So he sees how much I have changed myself, my life, and what I've provided for myself through OF now. So is it his first choice? Of course not. But he's seen where I was and where I've came to today and how this platform has helped me. And my dad is proud of me. You heard that right. No, it's not April 1st. And I would love to sit here and lie to you and say that these misconceptions of the entire world don't bother me and don't bother other creators, but it does. Like, this is very tolling on the way people think about me. I know I'm a good girl, which might sound crazy if you know karmenkarma, but if you knew Amber, you know I'm a good girl. I really am. Literally, my life is just all momming and making money. Even when I do film scenes, that's about, I would say about 3% of my job, if that, filming with other people. And you wanna know something crazy? I probably do it way less than your average person. Yeah. Tragically, I'm not proud of that. So honestly, the stereotypes do suck, but I do understand them because not a lot of people get like the insider knowledge. So hopefully this video has schooled you a little bit, or if you are an OF creator, maybe it validated you a little bit. So yeah, it turns out I'm not sleeping with the entire city of Vegas. I'm one of those girls, I don't like gatekeeping. I actually love to help other girls out. That's why I have my course, OF Millionaire. So the next video, I'm gonna be telling you exactly what I would do if I was making an OnlyFans in 2026. I'm gonna give you all my business ideas and strategies, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe because I'm gonna be doing tons of videos giving y'all the sauce about my life, about the business, everything. If you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna keep it coming as long as y'all like it.